Welcome to 2017. I know I really haven't done anything lately, so I apologize for that. It's been very busy getting the end of 2016 wrapped up. Kids they both got their black belt. And I got other things going on. Indoor soccer started. I coached that, so life is as usual busy. I got a mud truck, 1978 Chevy, Detroit lockers, snorkel in the works. That I just broke, so I'm taking that apart. So I've been very busy. But I thought I'd get back to this. So I was playing around at work today because I wanted to mess with something and figured it out. So I thought I'd replicate it here because I want it in my test lab also. So I have Sierra running within ESXi. Followed a tutorial on YouTube, and here we go. It works good. Kind of low on the memory and video, whatnot. But let's go ahead and start getting Altiris. Now, I am really new at Mac. I don't use one. I'm a Windows guy, but got to play around. So here we go. I do know smb://Altiris, which is my Altiris server if you've been following all of these. Now, this is partially filled out because right before I started recording this, I want to make sure I can get to my server because I just powered it up. It's been off for a while since my last video. So let's go ahead and try and get to it. Alright, so we're going to connect. Let's see. It's going to take me a little while to get back in the lab environment. Might have to use testlab/Jeff, I'm not sure. Yeah, so we'll see. See if I'll take it or not. Alright, we're in. Now, something I learned, like I said, a lot of little things. I don't know Mac, so you click this guy. Alright, let's go bin, Unix, and it was agent install, Mac. I believe the x86 folder looks a little different. I'm going to pause, poke around. Like I said, I don't hide errors and issues I have. So here's an issue right now. I just don't remember which one I installed. It may have been this one, but there is another directory with a little bit more in it. So hold on. Okay, so I'm back. So actually what it is so you can deploy many ways. So Sierra is not supported by Altiris 7.6, which is what I'm running. I will get to 8 eventually, but for now I'm still on 7.6. So Sierra is not supported. So from the console, when it's not supported, you got to be a little tricky. So Windows 10 was not supported when I was on Altiris 7.5 at work. How to get tricky? Use SQL code, create filters. Yeah, you do what you do. You can make it work. I did have a question up on Symantec Connect, and somebody did reply, it's just another OS, you can make it work. So that was for the Mac Sierra. He did say Sierra's not supported, but you can make it work, which is what I do, is I always make it work. So I before I paused, I went to agent install. So if you go to agent instead, so nscap, then agent, you go to Mac, here's the x86 directory. What I've done is just copy it to your desktop. Go ahead, close this out. Alright, so just like a Windows client, you need all your agents. You're going to need your inventory agent, your software delivery agent, patch agent, but you need the main agent, which is right here. Now, like I said, I'm new to Mac, so I learned .pkg is the installers. So let's go ahead and give us a shot. So to me, this is the main installer. Now at work, I did have a problem where running through these, the software piece did not install. So I may have the same issue here, which we can get going. That I just enabled the policy from within the Altiris console, and it deployed, and which was nice because it deployed it and it worked. So let's go ahead and while that's going, I'm gonna something a guy at work showed me. Skill was it? Left, bottom, right, magnification, size. I forget what it was. Alright, so let's go back. So installation failed. Alright. So I'm going to run it one more time. I think I might know what it did earlier. Go ahead and hit agree. I'm wondering if I put the incorrect password here, which it shouldn't let you go any further. Okay. See, that's weird. Did it a second time, now it's successful. Now, if we go to not Launchpad, sorry. We go to applications. My mouse is sticking to, so you'll see it jerk around now and then, so I apologize. Alright, here it is. So here's the agent. So just like the main Windows agent, when you install it, you get the base agent. And now, Altiris is free, and you can install the base agent. Once you install the inventory agent, patch agent, software management agent, it starts then getting into the, you have to be licensed. And I did set that up at work too, where I had an 8.0 server with no keys and was able to do some simple stuff. Alright, so we have the basic here. So let's go ahead, see, service not running. Let's see what we got here. Where is it? General. We have nothing going. Plugins. Alright, so we'll go back into our folder and run down the list. So now we're going to install the task handler. Failed again. Run it again. Now if it fails again, let's go, well, let's try one more. Let's look at the names. Let's do inventory. Might reboot my Mac, just let, because it did say service isn't started. Now I don't know how to get services started. Okay, got the inventory agent installed. Software management, as I said, is the one that did not work for me earlier. Let's see if it'll work here. Now, it doesn't fail here. Well, it didn't for me earlier at work. It didn't fail. It looked like it was successful, but it was not there. I'll show you where I mean by there in a little bit. Alright, and failed again. So we have inventory. Let's try task agent. Now, you can, from the Altiris console, alright, client task agent installed. So you should be able to. Let's go ahead and log in. Alright. It's the mouse pad. I don't know why my mouse doesn't like the mouse pad. It's interesting. It does show up here. I think because before I decided to do a tutorial like a month or two ago, I was playing around. If you discover from Active Directory, which is probably how I pulled this in, and then you push. Okay, yeah, this is where it was. So I found it and tried pushing it, and it failed to establish connection. So, what we got down here? Resources. Alright, well, we definitely don't want it on that, but this one, it's interesting, doesn't have it. Okay. Yeah, I was trying left and right, just couldn't get things going. Alright, so, let's get back to this. I'm gonna go ahead and reboot. Come on, mouse. It takes a little while to reboot, so I'm gonna pause you. Alright, we're back. Let's go ahead and log in. Alright, let's give this another shot. So, I mean, because this is a test lab, I don't mind installing this way. Obviously, you want to do it. You want to deploy the agent if you've got a ton of Macs out there. So let's see what we got here. Because at work, I have a little icon up here, which I believe is telling me the service is running. So let's see. Okay, agent registration is pending. We're not even pointing to a server. Oh, so that's another thing. So let's go ahead and do that. So my motto is YouTube shows all, Google tells all. Now, for some reason, my machine is not liking Google tonight, and there it goes. Go figure. I've been on my computer for an hour trying to get to Google because I don't like Bing, and I've had to deal with Bing a little bit, and Google just kept failing. Anyway, change Altiris server command line Mac. Let's give this. So, because I did this earlier today at work, and I also found it. Definitely was nice. All right, I'm going to put you on hold till I find the right article. No reason for you to see me flop in and out. Anyway, I'm not finding it at the moment, so I'm going to go back. I'll show you one thing. Let's see, plugins. So far we have 4. At work I had 6. So some of these are generic. So let's go ahead and go back. So we had software failed. The client task failed. I got that successful for software, but as I said, it may not have actually installed. Alright, so this is client task agent. Come on. Alright, you know what, while I'm doing that, I'm going to open up a beverage. Use your imagination. You're probably right, actually. Because I don't drink soda much. Alright. Let's see. This one's actually taking a little longer. Successful. Now let's do this. That's weird, it doesn't have it up here. Come on. Show all windows? What's that? Oh, no available window. Come on. Alright. Task handler. like I said, there's better ways to install the agent. Push the push the agent, get it all going. This is a test lab. My main thing is when I'm done with this, I'm actually going to do a software delivery. I did Adobe Reader 15 today, which is pretty cool. I'm not used. It was a PKG file that I pulled from a DMG. I mean, you probably can deploy the DMG. I don't know, but I actually found DMG is like an ISO, so I opened it. There's a PKG file, imported it in Altiris to set up my command lines and everything. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and two things. One, I'm going to restart the Mac, and we're gonna shut down Uplay. We're not playing Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege tonight. Alright, I'm gonna pause you while that's going. Alright, so I put you on pause for a minute and holy hell broke loose in my house. We had internet searching going wrong. I had an IP firewall set up and I took it down because I'm going to try Sophos UTM Home. And it seems like that backfired on me. Anyway, so, which that also got me to grab my work laptop, check my history, and I found an article back here. So, let's do this. So the one thing I was telling you, if you look here, and we go to General, we don't have this the server listed here. While we're at it, let's go to. Alright, well, I don't know where terminal is in Mac. I know, well, this other thing's probably going to tell me. So, alright, so what we're saying, run the following command from a shell prompt on the client computer. Let's do Finder, Applications, Utilities, Terminal. Alright, there we go. Alright. Let's move this up, this down. Okay, so sudo exe helper agent -s notification servers server 1, and I'm just going to do hopefully this works. I'm just going to do Altiris. Should be .testlab.local, I believe. I forget. exe helper command not found. Oh, that's not good. Oh, come on. Can we copy and paste? If I type in the whole thing again. Copy, paste. Altiris, let's go back. AEX helper. Alright, it's going, I think. Alright, let's open this up. Alright, so we have Altiris listed there. While we're here, let's go back to the terminal. Ping, yes, ping Altiris. Okay, ping Altiris.testlab. Ping out. Ping Altiris.testlab.local. Aha! Alright, so Control C. Arrow up. See, now it's working. Altiris.testlab.local. Now, something else I noticed that works. So far it's been sloppy, I know. like I said, if it wasn't a test lab, I would come up with the real way. You need to enable SSH, you need to enable certain things on Macs, and then you can push the agents and everything will go great. Alright, so let's let this thing reboot. Alright, let me... Alright, so I had to reboot my machine I'm doing all the videos on also. Alright. So I gotta set things up while that's booting up. Alright, so I see it's up. Let me see if I can. For some reason my CB doesn't have Edge on it. Does this go? VM. Test lab, no. We want to go out here. Alright. Yeah, so I have a test lab local network, has DNS, DHCP, if you're just jumping in now. It's got like a whole full mini AD, it's got everything. But I can switch my NIC over to my production network, which will get me out to the web. Alright, so download Adobe Acrobat Reader Mac. You know, I tried this from work. I think this did not work from within another Windows box, like trying to get the Mac. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave it alone. Alright, so let's take a look for the general. Still, agent registration is pending. Alright, so let's take a step back. Every now and then, VMware will barf. We have to relaunch it. Actually, okay, it just went through. I was going to actually take the server and update policies and whatnot. So, okay, actually got the green check mark down here, which is weird because, like I said, at work I get the red circle line through it, and up top here is where I get the green Altiris icon. Alright. Not connected, so we're going to have to check some things out. Plugins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Software, inventory. Okay, I think we're good there. Now, on this general, it says we're connected. So theoretically, let's see if we can connect to it from here. Alright. Altiris. Local Altiris. Oh, look at that. I have yet to do any of the Altiris windows within a Mac. Alright, let's go to manage computers. Is anything going to load? Like I said, I've never done this, I'm not sure. Alright, while that's sitting there, let's come over here to our Windows 10. Okay. Alright, we're going to leave this alone because I'd rather install it. But you know, I don't have Silverlight on my Windows 10. Altiris. Oh, you know what? This is the one downside to VMs. Come on, edit. Put it back in my test lab. Gotta take a minute to grab an IP. Alright. So we'll update it on this machine. Which, this is the tough part. You know what? Alright. So I do have a VM where I did add a second NIC. Give it a second. Run. Okay, switch back, because this guy's going to get back to our local network, our private network, test lab. Alright, I can't stand this Bing MSN. You always gotta pay attention. Don't click next, install any of those. Make sure you look. It's frustrating. We'll leave update. That's fine. Okay. Close. Let's close this. Let's come back here. Really? Let's renew IP. Oh, it's a little slow. A little sluggish there. Alright, I'm going to reboot this machine. Bouncing around networks can toy around with stuff. Okay, a couple reboots, some different toying around and stuff. I think I have an idea what we can look at. So if you go to settings, agents, plugins, target agent settings. Let's take a look. Is the Linux Mac Workstation? So don't forget, I told you, Sierra is not supported. So you have to be careful. So as an example, if you look here, Linux Mac Workstation says 0 machines. We have no policy assigned. Come in, hit update, nothing. Doesn't know we have a Linux Mac Workstation. But we're going to go ahead and apply this to computer. Exclude computers not in computer list. Jeff's Mac. Still not showing up here. That's not good. So let me think. Alright, let's poke around here a little bit. So Devs General, plugins, we have the plugins. Policies, nothing. active alerts. No active alerts, log viewer. Okay. Transfer failed. Alright. This is Jeff's Mac. Okay, so this is interesting. So the one thing I'm pretty sure is I have to get the Mac to show up here. It isn't showing up yet. I'm not sure why. Right in here we see it, but it's not active. Put you on hold. Because what's really interesting is it says it's connected, but I don't see it connected. It says connected right here. Altiris.testlive.local 0503. Right. This Mac has not been that fun trying to get going. It wasn't this difficult at work. Alright, put you on pause, figure this out. Okay, welcome back. I figured out some of the stuff that was going on and what was really tripping me up. It was actually quite easy once I had to remember. So everything that gets done with a policy. Yeah, you install your agents. The agents are local to the machine. You need a policy to control everything. If you go in the Altiris console, settings, agents, plugins, and you do target agent settings. This is where you set everything from, okay, I have all desktop computers highlighted, all desktop computers excluding site servers. You click this, and go computers. Here's the machines that are targeted. Here's how you check the download new config, which, you know, as often as the clients will check in, how long they'll upload inventory. There's other stuff here, Linux, Mac, different things. So under all Linux Mac workstations though, Linux Mac workstations had 0. I had 2 because remember, Sierra's not supported. Because the machine showed up and you saw it had, which when I go there you're going to see it's working, which I'll show you in a second. But when you go to manage computers, Jeff's Mac showed up, but it wasn't active. Didn't have a policy. It had a circle with a line through it. It just means it's inventoried in, but it's not currently working. So I came in here. I just want to apply to. I said computer. Add to remember. I not really remember. I don't know if I told you this, but the way this works is it starts with everything. So start with computer, every computer. Then, and what I do is exclude computers not in computer list, Jeff's Mac. So it's doing the same. Give me every computer, so whatever's in the database, and then exclude everybody that's not in this, and here we go. By doing that, it creates this, and look, there's a count of 1. I hit save. We change the computers from targets. There's my Mac. So once I did this, I hit save. I then went settings, notifications server, resource membership update. I updated the policies first. I just did a full. It's a small database. You know, you don't do this during business hours in a production environment. You can do a delta, which, you know, every 1 day is when the full runs, and every 30 minutes is when the delta runs. Once I ran this, I came over to the Mac. I clicked refresh now. Then I came back over. I was doing some research. Came back over to here. I went manage computers. And once the list builds, Jeff's Mac is now highlighted with the green check mark. So this is an old one. We're going to delete that out of the database. But this Jeff's Mac, we click, you know, so this was first discovered 930. Wow, so I set this up a while ago. It got the last inventory received, basic inventory. Okay. So, right now, let's do let's see, should be a ping. And of course, this is not coming up. Come on. Test labs, love it. Anyway, oh, here we go. The whole thing's crashing out. All right, manage computers. So actually, there's something else we can click here to see if it shows the OS, but let's try this again. First, ping. Oh, it's not gonna go. Give it a second to fail out. So anyway, we have the Altiris agent installed. Launch up another one while this is still going. We will settings, all settings. So make sure. So because the main Altiris agent's installed, so this is the one that's installed. This is the uninstall. Yep. Trying to remember where I had my lab. Okay, I don't have any of the upgrades going. Go ahead and enable everything. This is not really for the Mac side. Alright. Go to software. Because what this will catch, what I did find is this. Okay, this one is enabled. This one wasn't set at my work, and my Mac didn't get the software delivery agent. And once I enabled that, it got it. Just gonna run through these real quick. Let's see, discover inventory, install. I'm just gonna upgrade. I enable the upgrades. We don't have anything to upgrade, but just inventory. Enable. Alright. Anyway, so I'm still crashed. So manage computers. To refresh now. The secret is last time you request and last change. If last change matches last request, something happened. So nothing's changed, so we're missing something here because I haven't set anything up to deploy yet. So good here. Manage software. Nothing here. Alright, I'm going to end this out. Compile it, upload it. You know what? Let's do this. Safari. Alright, let's give us a shot. Ah, look. We have a policy. Up here, this is good. You know what? Know exactly what's going on. So I take one of these NICs. We go to the VM environment. Give it a second. Copy it just to have it. trying to get the software is going to be the next tough part. So alright, so welcome back. I long shifted away. But anyway, the whole point is when your network is set up how you have it, how you want it, how your test lab is, or real whatever it is, you gotta get your file. So here's Adobe Reader.pkg. So I took this from the DMG, downloaded from Adobe. So anyway, I stuck it on my Altiris server. If you remembered, I had notification server NSCAP, which is the typical location of the stuff. I created a folder, test lab SW. In there, anything with the weird number, the whole big folders, that's in the software library. I don't like that. So I use the typical folder structure. So here's my Mac and Adobe Reader 15. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up Adobe Reader to distribute through Altiris. Let's go ahead and do that. So we bring up Altiris. We go Manage, Software. In this corner, right click, Import Software. Alright, Software Releases, Package from Directory. Now, if you were to leave it on Software Library, it's where it gives that big funky goo, and I don't like that. So, username, Jeff, password. Let's see if it takes. Oh, this is local. When you have two different environments, that kind of stuff happens. So, access it, hit add. Come on. Alright, so access package from directory on the server. I already have the folder up where I want it. Program files. Now I'm doing this on the server itself. If you do it remotely, just remember, put colon. So, because at work I don't connect to the server, I do it from my workstation. So it's //server name /e $ / same exact path, but for test lab. Alright, so but colon. So test display location. Here we go again. Alright. So from doing from actual notification server, a server OS constantly, with the security and can screw stuff up and give issues. So I thought I would give it a try, but I can't. So we'll go back to my Windows 10 box. Alright, so we bring up Altiris. Do the same thing, import software. However, as I was telling you, when you get the location, you're gonna do $. Okay. Program files. This is exactly how I do it at work now. So, notification server, NSCAP. This is going to be test lab. Mac. Adobe Reader. This is what I was talking about. So I click up here. Come over. I do colon. Highlight. Copy. Minimize. And here we go. This page uses Java. So I don't have Java installed. So once again, test lab. Let's see if we get out to the web. Find cancel, cancel. Oh, looks like we're out. Install Jerry. not JRE. Install. Fine. Install Java. I don't want help. I just want to install it. For test lab, do I really care about all this? Alright. Visit Java website. Free Java download. Agree. Run. Next. .240 meg down really helps. Close this. Next. Gonna let it install. Gonna pause. Try and keep the video. Alright, we're back. We're back on our machine. Let's see if it'll let us do it now. Alright, so let's do drop down. Come on. Here we go. Alright. Come on. Java's actually going, so that's a good thing. Alright. Alright, so cab files, I guess I haven't used this machine to access Altiris. When you do, there's cab files and you get installed. Just walk through, click the install as they pop up. Alright, so we should be able to click here when everything settles. From a directory on the server. So this directory here. Just have it copied in memory. Alright, let's go put the location in. Display location. Should show up. And look, it automatically knew there's only one file. It's a PKG. Hit next. It already fills out some of the information. So what I like doing is I kind of looking over it. It's like, I don't need all this. So DC 15 Macintosh. Distribution for Mac only. Alright, hit OK. It's going to open up a new page. Always allow, which is fine. Wait, look at Adobe, right click, actions, edit software resources. Would have been the same page. Alright. We go to package. Now look, it already filled out. Interactive, silent, uninstall. So that looks good. Now one thing, you have to click here and you have to click the pencil under package server. So here's descriptions. If you want this to fill out, of course you gotta wait for Java every time. Once it loads, you go to package server. Alright, so when you click the package server tab, so default internet site. I don't use this. I'm not doing anything externally. I just go right to all package servers. Now, if you go to site maintenance and you set up 10 different sites, different site servers, there's all kinds of stuff, but there's one site, we'll say Washington, D.C. They get an let's say they get Google Chrome. You could set this package up to only stage there. It saves you hard drive space, but you know what, that drive space is cheap. Don't worry about it. So I do all package servers. This will replicate out everywhere. Say OK. Now, other than that, we're good to go. Because we import this nice little thing is under rules, detection rule. It already has a detection rule. So we're good to go. So we'll say OK. Now, the software is set up in the catalog. And here it is. Now I can refresh, click, here we go. Now, there's two different things you can do. You can right click, go to Actions, Manage Software Delivery, where you can go Policies, drill down. I haven't done it this way, so let's do this. Alright, this is kind of a little 4-step process. Software, we're going to do silent install, package name, destination. We're going to apply this to my one machine. Now if you had a filter, if you had a large target, you could do this too. You could choose a filter. We're just going to target my one machine. It's getting a little late. Get tired. I'll go to bed. I gotta be up at 5 for work. 67-mile commute. Add schedule. Scheduled time. Now, it defaults to 0000. Let's say you don't care what time it goes at night. You just know you're a 9 to 5 guy. Do not leave 0000 alone. Talking to Symantec with the backend support, they say for some reason 00 can be problematic. Change it to 2 a.m. Change it to whatever. Alright, so immediately, no dependencies, deliver software. Now, what I was telling you is you could have went to Policies, Software, Managed, right click, New, Manage Software Delivery. And it kind of would have walked you through the same thing. It's a little bit of a different screen. It's not as, actually that was actually really easy. However, if you would have done what I just showed you, right click and do it from there, it would give you this window. Now, you don't always have software compliance checks to do. This one we saw did. There's no dependencies. Alright, it's applied to 1 and 1. So we're good to go. I mean, this is set up. So if we go over to our Mac, hopefully we have the agent set up right and everything. Let's find out. Go to General, refresh. Now on Windows, when I check a client in, these are instant. I noticed Mac, which actually if you look red, it was green, disconnected from server. If you get that, now I mean the big thing with Altiris is let it go. If you let it go, Altiris is a deploy later tool. The notification server, they used to have a program called Deployment Solution. That was a now tool. It's cool. You set it up, you do something, it does it now. So this, yeah, if you know you got to deploy something this weekend or a couple days or next month, you set it up, stage it, it caches out, it goes. So I'm going to let my Mac reboot. Taking its good old time. Alright, well, it's the next day. I had some time. I was busy yesterday, and a couple beers got me sidetracked and whatnot. So, lo and behold, the issue was I wasn't connected because my environment has a full lab network. And this lab network, I actually switched it to VM last night without realizing it and never went back to test lab. So it's a separate network, its own DHCP, DNS, everything if you follow the other videos. So with that, where we're at now is we should be back. We're online. And let's see. We should have software delivery. That portal. Should have that Mac Adobe Reader set to come down. And look, we do have a green check. Green check. Okay. So what I had to do was I had to end task this window, go back in, and then refresh policies from server, and this showed right up. This has to be executed with the privileges current user. Alright. Hasn't run. No triggers. Sorry for background noise. I'm in a basement and people are above me in the kitchen. Alright. There's no run task. Look at that. I wonder why. Let's see what the schedule says. I'll allow user to turn on. So let's do this. We'll do 3 a.m. Also, alright. Now one thing, you can check this off and it makes it a manual. So we'll go ahead and make it a manual anyway. Okay. So let's check this guy back in. Actually, I've been really not paying attention. It shows right here. Adobe Reader. So it's already, so it did push. When did it push? I have no clue, but it should show you here also. Wouldn't be under client tasks. Well, you can sift through the logs, the log viewer. Okay. So there's the install for it. So, alright, well, it went. It wasn't as exciting as one would think. I obviously botched something somewhere. Alright, let's close this out. But there we go. We have Adobe Reader pushed. I would like to see it show all. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So it installed. I also noticed my server time and date was off, which it's back off again. I gotta figure out what's changing that. So I don't know if that had something to do with it, but well, I hope you got a little something out of this long videos of messing around and double clicking. But alright, take it easy. Bye.